Hello, this is Elixir. I'm playing Homeworld, which is a game that I really fell in love with when I was growing up, and I wanted to share it. So I'm going to play through the single player campaign, and it starts with a couple of cutscenes, so I will see you in just a bit.
"100 years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent. An ancient starship buried in the sand. Deep inside the ruin was a single stone that would change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map and a single word more ancient than the clans themselves. Higara, our home. The clans were united, and a massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years. It would demand new technologies, new industries, and new sacrifices. The greatest of these was made by the scientist Karen Sajet, who had herself permanently integrated into the colony ship as its living core. She is now Fleet Command. The promise of the Guide Stone united the entire population. Every mind became focused on the true origin of our people. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
Scaffold control standing by.
All stations green.
You're cleared to approach. You got it.
Bays 8, 9, and 10 sealed.
So now we're actually in the game, and this is the mothership, and it's the kind of like equivalent in an RTS to like a base. It's our mothership. It's our core, our home for this journey. Something that I really love about this game is the visuals.
Reporting mothership relaunch status.
Hi Karen. That's Karen Sajet, who's
online.
in the cutscene just now.
Resourcing online.
Oh, so beautiful.
Online. Cryogenic subsections A through J online.
This piece of music in particular, every time I hear it out and about, I'm just like, oh, all the feels.
Scaffold control, stand by for alignment.
Look at that. I don't have the greatest of computers, but like even on my old thing, it still looks great. This is Homeworld Remastered, which it took this game, which originally came out in 1999, which looked a lot worse, but still incredible for the time, and just like HDified everything. So Looks a lot better
The
now.
mothership has cleared the scaffold.
Cleared the scaffold.
We
Good
are
job,
away.
team. I think this game just like nails it on so
Stand by
many
for
different
command line
things,
testing.
like music, the pacing, the visuals, the
Command line green.
ship
Initial
design,
fleet
just
in
like
position.
everything, just like it's all so good. And now we're actually in the game. So here we are.
Fleet
Yeah.
intelligence going online. Our task is to analyze all sensor data and generate mission objectives. Before the hyperdrive test, several trials must be completed. Test construction by building the primary research ship. Test resource processing by harvesting the asteroids provided nearby.
So this first
Hyperspace
mission is kind of
module
a
charging.
like a tutorial.
35% capacity and rising. The mothership will be ready for the hyperdrive test
It's
in 10
reasonably
minutes.
simple. We've just got to pull up some drones and learn the basics.
At ease. Ready.
Stand by to begin combat trials. First, we will be monitoring formation performance. Target drones have been provided here. Assign a formation to your fighters and destroy the drones.
So something that I find brilliant about this game that I'm still yet to see a game that really does it in the same way is the use of the Z-axis. So normally in a space game you can move around normally, like left and right, but in this one, if I hold shift, I can go up and down. So we can move up in the Z-axis. So we can send these resource collectors over here. I'm actually not going to do that because I want them to collect this resource, surprisingly. And I'm going to grab these scouts.
Confirmed.
We're going to go check out what's over there.
Moving to destination.
This screen here is the tactical window. Lets you sort of see a bird's eye view of everything. Something super cool about this game is
Reporting.
you can focus in on one particular unit and zoom all the way in and then just follow them. Get some really cool cinematic shots like that. Oh, I've gone straight past everything. Let me zoom out again and grab all these scouts. And I think all I got to do is destroy all of these. So I'm going to do that.
Vector laid in. Acknowledge.
I'll be warned, sometimes I won't be able to stop myself from making little noises like "Nyum" or "pew pew" because I get into this game a little bit. Look at that. When it gets later on and we start having dogfights, zooming in on one ship and just watching the chaos around you is one of the real like beauties of this game, I think.
Roger.
Formation trial complete. The next trial will test the effectiveness of tactics. Stand by to begin tactics trial. Use aggressive or evasive tactics and engage
I first
the
started
target
playing this
drones
game
here.
when I was like 8 or 9, and my brother and I would play on this beat-up old PC, and we were playing on the classic version of Homeworld, and it just blew my mind that you could get those kind of visuals in a video game. And like, obviously by today's standards, this isn't like that crazy, but it still holds up from like a gameplay perspective, from a visuals perspective. Like, imagine being a tiny kid and seeing even like a low-res version of all of this, being able to move up and down. It's just incredible. And we haven't even got onto the story. Like, I obviously have a lot of nostalgia for this, but what really grabs me is the story, and everything else is kind of just added on top. But we'll get to that as we get through the missions. Good job, scouts. We blew up the things.
Green line confirmed. Local resources exhausted. Fleet moving on.
Another
Tactics trial
cutscene.
complete. The next trial will test the performance of the salvage corvette. Build
Oh,
one
the salvage
and
corvette.
capture the target drone here.
There are a lot of ships in this game, but the salvage corvette might be my
Mothership.
favorite because it's basically like a little thief. It's fantastic. So I can build stuff straight out of the mothership. It's just got a manufacturing center in the inside of this, and the resource collectors grab resource units, and then that just gets converted into whatever you want it to be. So I can build some scouts, but I can build salvage
Assembly underway.
corvettes. There we go. I'm also going to get building a
Construction
research
underway.
ship, because I need one of those in order to complete this mission. And I can't research anything until I've got a research ship, so it's going to be important. And I think I'm going to build a second
Assembly
salvage corvette,
underway.
because they're super helpful. Alright, so we've got our salvage corvette.
New research available.
So
Research
I'm
ship.
sending it over to that,
The primary research ship has been constructed. The research division is online. Begin fighter chassis research immediately.
nice. Cool. Let's build some interceptors soon. They're like actual fighters. Those scouts aren't really that much good.
Ready.
So this little guy is gonna, I say little, this ship is probably like bigger than several houses, but it just comes in and whoop. And this is now mine. And it's gonna bring it back. And you can do this with enemy ships, so depending on the size of the enemy ship, you might need a couple salvage corvettes, but you can grab enemy ships, bring them back to your ship, and then they get basically converted to your side, so you can steal the enemy ships, which is an excellent mechanic that I find very amusing. And there's a few ships that you can't build yourself that you can only
Research
get access to
complete.
by stealing, so it's definitely worth doing.
Stand by for hyperdrive test. Internal pressure doors will be sealed in 2 minutes. Abort systems standing by.
That
Hyperspace
is
module fully
the first
charged.
mission.
I am ready
It's
to
not very long.
initiate quantum wave generation on your mark. Good luck, everyone.
All sections have reported in. We are clear to proceed. Trigger the hyperspace drive at your discretion.
So yeah, so at the end of every mission, we'll get this little option to hyperspace, and that'll take us to the next mission. When it does so, we're going to see the hyperspace of this game, which I think is one of the coolest designed things in sci-fi. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. I'm planning to play through the whole campaign, so we should see some more soon. Yeah, so when I click hyperspace here, it's going to initiate the docking, and everything's going to come in. And as soon as it finishes, we'll go into the next episode. So thank you very much, everyone. And as the mothership disappears, I will see you next time.